What's up? It's your girl, Sofia Gutierrez with Arena Football One. And today I'm chatting it up with Albany Firebirds, Duane Brown. Duane, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, thank you for making the time because I know you got a big game at home tomorrow against the Nashville Cats. How are you staying cool and collective? Because you guys are an undefeated team, and I know you guys are wanting to keep that zero.
Uh, like you said, we're trying to not get too high, just trying to stay cool. Make sure we're staying in our film, stay going over the stuff that we need to go over just to perform at that high level. So whatever it takes, extra walkthroughs, just doing what we got to do, man. Just never getting too big, staying in the moment, really.
Now, you've had that championship experience. You won a championship last year with Billings Outlaws. What lessons have you brought over to Albany after winning that championship and going through the season last year?
Uh, some lessons I would say would just be to, like I just said, never getting too big because I feel like that wasn't an issue for us last year because again, we were all rookies. We were also young and building. So, this was all new to us being undefeated and stuff until we had that moment where we had lost the game and we had thought it was over the whole like we lost one game, we're thinking it's over, but you got playoffs in that championship run to make. So, just staying in the moment, I would say and believing in each other. You get injuries that come later in the season. You get stuff might happen, and you gotta. That's when you gotta get stronger together. Stay together and just keep going and just be in it together. So I would say just staying down together as a team and making this run late in the season.
Now, I've asked a couple of the guys who have won a championship in the past about their ring. Some guys have said they like to wear their ring as a reminder of where they were, and others don't like to wear it other than maybe once during the season just because they say that's old news. We need a new one for this year. How do you see it?
I agree with that second statement. It's put away. That it's definitely old news. We're on to new now, and I'm trying to win with this team. So you're not gonna see me with that old Billings ring much. I'm trying to get an Albany ring. I heard those ones are a little better anyway. So it would be awesome to get me some new jewelry. So I'm focused. I'm definitely focused in the future or in the present, and that's getting our ring here in Albany.
It's no secret that the Firebirds are a very special team. Has there been a moment this season that made you say, like, yeah, we got something special here?
Well, I honestly I knew that in camp just coming in. I mean, if you just seen the talent around the team, practices are just so intense because there's so many. It's just we're just going at each other. There's so much competition, and that's what you want really, because come games time, sometimes we had to remind ourselves like we're not playing each other in regular season. Like that's how competitive our practices will get. So I knew going into the regular season like we were so ready to just take it to another team. And obviously you guys have seen that a little in this season. But yeah, the talent, it's like even when it's next guy up, the next guy up, he's ready to go as well. So
And how do you keep the team focused week to week when you guys are winning every week? Because you can easily be like, oh yeah, we're winning. We can, we don't have to put that much effort during practice. But how do you make sure that the team remains focused after winning every week?
uh I mean it's with our great coaching staff, it's not that hard. Them constantly reminding us like stay in the moment, don't get too high, you know. I mean, it just from this team last year, Coach Ware is always emphasizing them guys were also in the same position, undefeated, had a chance to go and do it, and they felt like they got a little comfortable. We can't have that. So just remembering like any moment this could all come to an end, or it could just be over like that. So just really, like I said, staying in the moment. You got to take it day by day.
Definitely. Now, I know that the goal for the team at the end of the season is to win a championship, bring it back home to Albany. But what's a personal goal that you've set for yourself this season?
Uh, Shoot, that's a good question. Really, I just wanted to win another championship, go 2 for 2. 2 years in this league, 2 years as a champion was really my main goal. Um, but just be the best I could be, really, be a better teammate. I know sometimes last year, I wasn't. I mean, I felt as if I might have been thinking too much, but I feel as if, I wasn't a great teammate. Just sometimes there's things you can always do better. So I feel like this year just being a better teammate, whether that's helping out one of our guys like with whatever it may be, just extra reps after practice, stuff like that, extra film study with someone who just needs it, just stuff like that. So anything, it could be anything really.
Now, dabbling a little bit into team dynamics, you say getting more reps in with a team in or watching film. Who on your team would you say that if you needed those extra reps, you needed that extra study time, who would be like, of course, Duane, I got you?
Honestly, I feel like any of them because I'm on a team with a lot of vets and they have the experience, they have the leadership. So I feel like any of these guys but some in mind like I go to DT, he's like the leader of our receiver core, I can always go to him for whatever I may need, cuz he works hard. He he's just someone you ask the questions to and he's going to have the right answers. Sam, obviously our quarterback, he's pretty veteran in this league. Uh, Guys like Zay, Isaiah Scott, you guys actually talked earlier in the season. These guys who've just been in this league and have performed well and just they got that. I don't know. They just know what they're doing. So you go to those guys being a younger guy and you get the answers you need to get and take it and do what you need to do with them.
Now, what would it mean to win back-to-back championships with two different teams?
It would be awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I said that was like my main goal coming in. Didn't really look at it as two different teams, but still, it would be awesome, honestly. Just because, for me, it was coming over here to be around high competition, to be around uh not too far from my family, obviously, just knowing coming here would be a better circumstance for me. And it has been, honestly, but looking at it like that, two different teams, two championships, it would be awesome for sure.
Mhm. Now, I know guys are playing the game because they love the sport, but it's also important, like for you, who's playing closer to home, where you have your family and your friends closer, because I feel like that's better for your mental health as well, having those people cheering you
Definitely.
on and being close. Talk to me about the culture in Albany because the fans there are on another level. They're
Oh yeah,
always bringing the
yeah.
screaming, the cheers, and all that. Talk to me about Albany's culture.
It's definitely very welcoming here. Like I learned that my first day up here when we actually have this group, it's called Flock U.
Mhm.
They're so it's like it's an awesome little thing they do where they kind of like adopt a player every week and they just get you a bunch of stuff that you may need like snacks or whatever it may be. You just put a couple things down on this list and stuff like that, like not a lot of organizations do that. Honestly, I don't know any organization where the fans are that involved with the team. And it's awesome because, like you said, at the games, they're so into it. Last week, that overtime game, I mean, you could barely hear yourself think come to that overtime. And that wasn't even like the turnout we were looking for, with attendance wise. We're hoping to get a bigger attendance tomorrow, but even then, it was rocking in there. But back to it, the Flock Nation, man, it's an awesome culture up here. They're so bought in, and that's stuff you look for.
Yeah, they're definitely locked in. The last time I was in Albany was when you guys were playing um, the Outlaws, and it was the first quarter, and there was this one fan. I think it was him and his brother, or him and his friend, or like right at the wall. And it was first quarter, and he was yelling at the top of his lungs, spit coming out. Like, that's something that you see when you're, like, at a playoff game, championship game, but this guy started off strong, so that was really cool to see. I definitely see it, and I also got to talk to the guy behind, um, uh, I call him the Flock Father, or I think that's what he calls himself, or Father Flock. His wife, adopt a player, and even when they get
Yeah.
new players, they give them, food, a basket with goodies and stuff like that. So that is really cool to see.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like I said, it's so welcoming. Like it as a new guy coming to an organization, it makes you feel just like, all right, cool. Like it's a little comforting.
Now let's backtrack a little. I know you said that you're closer to home, Pennsylvania, right?
Yes, man.
Okay. You played football for 4 years at the collegiate level. How was the transition going from 100 yards to 50 yards?
It was definitely a little like it's a weird feeling, honestly, because it's still football at the end of the day, but it's different. It's a little quicker, like it's a more fast paced game. So you know, having great coaches at Billings helped, the transition, but at the same time, like they would emphasize at the end of the day, it's just football. But yeah, like when you get in there, you see the padded walls, you see the skinny field goal post with the huge nets, and like it's just like, whoa, this is definitely different. But at the end of the day, I just kept telling myself, it's football, bro. Just when you get in between them lines, just get that ball in your hand and go make a play. Like it's football. But it was
Mhm.
definitely like surreal moment. My first game in that arena under the lights, all that stuff.
Yeah. Now I know the players hit you hard, but that wall is undefeated. Have you gotten used to it, or have you just learned to live with it?
Yeah, kind of both. I never look forward to getting smashed into the wall, but like it's one thing I haven't done yet is gone over the wall like completely. So I'm not looking forward to that first time. But that wall, it is like some, and you travel around. Some walls may be different than others. Some might be higher, some might be lower. But usually they're pretty nice and padded. So it's never like a crazy hurt or But some of these guys are huge, and like I said, it's a smaller field. So I mean, you don't got a lot of room to wiggle and get around. So you get in between you that wall and a 300, 200 pounder, it's probably never a great feeling. But shake it
Yeah.
off, get back up, and go do it again.
Uh-huh. Now, I know football keeps you busy, but on the days that you're not playing football or it's off season, what do you like to do to stay active?
Active, probably like if I can't go play some pickup basketball, probably just go work out. I love to work out back home. During the season, we have our scheduled 2 lifts a week, so that kind of keeps me going and stuff like that. But even if it's going for a run, not up here. I don't do a lot of running around here, but
Do you
you
enjoy
know,
running?
yeah, a little bit. I'm not gonna say I love it, but yeah, a little bit. I
It's
love
part of the process.
exactly. And but the thing is, like, that's why I love basketball so much because you can condition so much and not even realize because you're so like it's just so fun, just hooping, playing basketball, pick up fun. That's why if I could, I would choose that as a conditioning thing every single time. And yeah, basketball would definitely be that thing. I would choose every single time just to go stay in shape, stuff like that.
Mhm. If you had to pick 5 guys on the Firebirds to play pickup with, who would you choose and why?
Easy. This is easy.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, I was waiting for this because Zay left me off the starting five last time. I had words for him because he's never even been to one of the hoop sessions. So yeah,
Mike was hurting too because his name was the last one picked, and he's like, "Oh, I was the last one." I was like,
yeah.
"Yeah."
But shoot, it would definitely be me, Sam. Wait, I'm involved in this five, right? Or I'm picking
Yes.
four. So pick four. Okay.
Mhm.
Sam, I would pick Zeke. He's gonna get them boards. Uh, I would take my boy DJ Walden. He's got a smooth little game to him. I might got to take lead just for defense wise because he's a scrappy defender. He's not gonna let you get too many buckets. And then so what I got? We got Zeke,
That's it.
DJ, Sam, and Mike. Yeah, that might be the five right there. I don't know if nobody's seeing us.
Okay, okay. I've been keeping track of who, so then I gotta get reactions. Like when I told Mike during the game, he's like, "Oh, for real? I was good, brother."
He gonna be happy he was on my squad because we gonna
Yeah.
win.
Now, talking about the squad, who on your team can you count on to always bring the hype, always be bringing the energy?
Someone that's always bringing the energy. I would say probably if it's not Shorts, Trayvon Shorts, uh, DT, DT. He gets me going in the games. Like he be in that mode sometimes. Like sometimes I be able to tell him, all right, bro. I mean, get it, come back together. Let's go. But yeah, definitely Shorts or DT. Those guys, they got the energy always, especially when it's game time.
Now, you spent a lot of time in the locker room with the boys as well. Who would you say is always singing?
Always singing. This is easy. It's Big J. Big J, the
Yeah,
goofball.
yeah.
Definitely him, Zeke. Yeah, those two for sure. Him and Zeke, man. You put on the right song, they won't shut up.
Oh, definitely. When I was testing Zay, he was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, come on, next one, next one." He knew every single
Oh yeah,
song.
I seen that one. Yep.
That was great. Now, Duane, I'm gonna let you go because I know you have a big game tomorrow. But why should people tune in to watch the game against the Albany Firebirds versus Nashville Cats?
Um, I think they should tune in because I just feel like this is gonna be a good game. A lot of competition gonna be out there, and I mean, shoot, arena ball. It's a great fun game to watch. I think if you haven't watched a game before, you definitely be entertained watching it now. So, and I mean, come support your Albany Firebirds, man. We got a lot of talent. We're an entertaining team to watch as well. So, shoot, do you need any more than that? Like,
Most definitely. Well, I'll be sure to tune in from home. But thank you again for taking the time to chat with me, and best of luck the rest of the season.
thank you so much, and thank you guys again for having me.